Today is a super exciting day. We are going to start a new art journal today. And I came up with this idea all on my own after I was watching Seth Apter do an art journal. And he's a mixed media artist, like he's an artist, fine artist. And I'm just a crafty artist. So this is going to be a mixed media abstract art journal with craft supplies, not art supplies. And if you're a abstract artist, like you've been to college or something, this is probably not going to be for you. I'm going to use all my normal art supplies that I love, that I know and love, and just do abstract art using stencils, stamps, all kinds of stuff. So what the idea behind these two journals, because I went to Michael's and they were buy one, get one half off, which I took as a sign, is one of them's going to be like an actual art journal that I'm going to make start to finish. I'm going to do it in rainbow colors. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue. And then this one is going to be the one I work on. So this is a great example of a page that would be kind of a mishmashy journal. So this is where I did embossing with a squiggle, some flaky stuff, some paint, practicing using little stamps with that. And so this will eventually be a page, but I'm going to deliberately do this in my art journal. Now, let's talk about what kind of art journal you should get if you're going to do a mixed media abstract art journal. This is 30 pages. It is 138 pounds, and it doesn't tell us what color white it is, but it's white, right? Sometimes they'll say bright white. They'll have like a white. They'll have 110. They'll have 98. They'll have something like that. So this is what I'm going to use. This is a little bit thicker than this. This is what I usually use. This is 98 pounds, okay? 98 pounds, 138. So if you're going to do mixed media, I suggest you either use mixed media paper or you could possibly use watercolor. The reason being is the paper is made different ways. Mixed media and watercolor paper are made to have lots of liquids on them. So think about it. We're going to be putting glue on here. We're going to be putting sprays on here. We're going to be putting all kinds of water on here. If you were to use, say, a sketchbook paper that is made for pencils, the paper isn't going to be made in the correct way to take all that media that you're going to do. So this is the start of the art journal. I'm going to put this away because I'm not going to use this one. I am going to use these two guys. So I'm going to start with the one that's going to be my art. It's called RG Bib. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue journal. And I'm just going to put this one to the side. Seth Apter said always have this little guy beside you so that you can pull him out and roll stuff on him and things like that if need be. Okay, so we're going to start, and you're going to think this is weird, which is fine. So when we're thinking about red, orange, yellow, green, blue, there's actually indigo, so there's a light blue. It's not really light. So there's a light blue, right? So this is kind of the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. This is just how I'm doing it. This is distress paint. Distress paint is manageable with water, so we're going to use a little bit of water. It goes really far. I like it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the opposite a complementary color, maybe not exactly the opposite, as the first layer of each of these colors. So this is going to be red, so I'm going to put, I want a real pretty dark teal. I'm going to use this teal. This is called Mermaid Lagoon, and this is going to be a matte acrylic. So it means that it won't have gloss. A lot of acrylics have gloss. I'm going to wet my paper. I'm going to wet my paint. And we're just going to put a little bit of layer of color back here. I don't need it everywhere, and I don't need it to be perfect. But what I want is I want to, and it seems weird that this is the red page, right? But I'm going to be doing lots of red things over here, and I would like to have a color underneath peeking out. You'll see even this time how this works. Okay, and so this is going to be orange behind it, and I'm going to mix my colors, so don't be nervous. Can't go wrong with this. This is just, ooh, I think I need more paint though. Orange. And I like blue. Blue is one of my favorites, so if you tend to like green, you could maybe use a different color combination. You don't have to make rainbow pages. Okay, here is something you are going to need for this journal going forward. Wax paper. So if we put these together, acrylic paint is glue, functionally. So if you were to stick those two pages together, they'd wind up glued together. We don't want that. So this is going to be our yellow. I'm going to put green on here, because I like yellow and green together. And there's going to be a hint of blue, right? Because we have blue in our brush. But since blue is part of green, yellow and blue make green, the green will absorb that blue. Okay, first time we need our new journal. Next, I want to do, so this is yellow, this is going to be, so this is yellow, green. This is going to be green, so I want to make it yellow to kind of opposites, but I have all this paint on my brush, so I'm going to just kind of smudge this paint off on just a page, try to get most of the paint off so it doesn't contaminate our yellow, and then put that sucker right back. And I have some water here. I'm going to rinse this off. I'm going to get a rag. I'm going to put yellow back here. This paint jar is running out. And I think this is one of the retired colors. They retired a bunch of distress colors of paint. And people got upset. And I understand that because the paint colors are really cool. But as a business, if they don't sell enough and we don't use enough, then they're not going to keep doing it. And also, Tim Holtz is not especially keen on using acrylic paints. Like they made them in his distress colors because they thought that people would like them. But a lot of the people they're not acrylic painters, right? So I'm just going to get used to using whatever new colors they come out with. And everything, it will all be well. We don't have to be nervous. There are plenty of art supplies in the world for us to use. Okay. So this is our yellow that goes behind green. So now we have blue. Okay. So now I want to put, oops. You got to remind me so my pages don't all stick together. Okay. Now I want to do blue, and I want to put red on there, and if I left a lot of that orange, or yellow, I would make orange, right? That's just how the world works. All right, so we're going to put red here, and this is candied apple. Ooh, I got a lot of water on this one. Boop. Oh, we're going to need our book again. Let's go to a different page. You don't want to waste all this good red paint. And this is Seth Apter's thinking, that you could put this on this page, or you could rinse it in your rinse water and waste it, right? Okay, so now let's do orange. And that orange will take in that red, right? Because yellow and red make orange. It'll be fine. This is just the back color, right? So as you go, I think the one thing I noticed the most is that people get nervous about everything. And if you can try to avoid that and just go with the flow and be like, okay, and I will have probably 15 layers on top of this. So I cannot be bothered to worry about this layer. Okay, so we have blue, blue, purple. So the opposite of purple is yellow. Boy, we're having trouble with yellow. So let's do this yellow again for our purple. Oh, that's the shaker ball. I think we may be out of yellow paint. Okay, where'd that rag go? There we go. But that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Oh, I bet you the shaker ball got on top of that. All right, we're going to give it a shake, because I want to get all this paint out of here that I can. This is the part where we start talking about fine artists and me. Oh, I want a little bit more water on here. So fine artists are doing projects that are supposed to last forever, right? You're supposed to put them on the wall and you don't want them to fade, and they'll talk about archival quality and things like that. I'm using craft art supplies because that's what I have. Purple, pink. Okay, we cannot use this for pink. That would be ugly. So I'm not trying to make something that is going to last for all eternity. I'm just trying to make something that's going to make me happy today. And so I'm just using whatever I have. I'm not trying to make a work of art. Okay, so under pink, what could we put under pink? Let's think a minute about this. I have lots of fun colors. Ooh, how about blue jeans? Is this blue jeans? Faded jeans. I think faded jeans, which is a really muted blue, would be pretty under pink. Now I'm getting brown because I had yellow in there. I may have to put another bit of faded jeans. There we go. Now it's getting a little brighter, but I don't mind. This will be interesting to see. See, there is a lot of red still left in there. Oh, how fun will this be with pink? Okay, let's kind of get to the edge, and we're going to let all of these dry, and I will be back. Okay, I was cheating on you and doing more pages when I found out something really cool that you may want to try. So this is tea dye. So I'm making a couple brownie, orangey pages. Oh, that one isn't open yet. I mean, the top is open, but there's a thing in there, I bet. See the thing? Okay, so let's not waste this paint. Smudge it out. Okay, I think I just threw that on my carpet. Okay, so let's get this out, and let me show you what the cool thing was that happened. Okay, let's get this. This is not a very attractive color, so we'll get a new brush. We're going to do the orange first. And this is carved pumpkin. Very Halloween-y. Maybe we'll do a Halloween kind of fall theme for this one. Okay, so then I did this. And then I was doing this. Oh, we need some more of that tea dye. Where'd it go? Tea dye. Oh, that's a lot. That tea dye is going to have to go in our special oh, maybe not. Other journal. Nope, we're going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to go over this, and then watch what happened when I did this. Because I accidentally shut a page because you weren't here to tell me not to shut a page. And look what happened. So there, now I have a little bit of each color. When it was a little bit more dry, hold on, let's dry it for a wee second. It did it more like choppity bloppity. Let's do a little bit more. This is a different color orange. Okay, let's get just A little bit here and there, and let's see what happens if we shut these pages together. And then what I did was I went over with this, and this put more oogs on it. Look, there's orange oogs now. I don't know, I feel like that did anything. Let's see what happens if we do this. What I do know will happen though is if we do this now, we'll get more orange oogs over here. All right, so we're just starting to do some stuff, right? These are just gonna be background pages. They're not, like I said, we're gonna have a million layers over them. I'm not gonna use the distress anymore. This was just for the background because we're gonna be using acrylics and the gel plate next. And that will not work with distress paints. So that's the start of the journal. I'm gonna let this dry. And the next video we'll be using distress paint or acrylic paints and the gel plate with our mixed media abstract art journal. Yay!